welcome to game 2 of my match versus Urchin. I won the first one. Now we're playing game number 2. Alright, Mining Village, Charm, Modify Villain. Alright, so double Urchin is not unreasonable, but the non-Urchin trashing seems so good with Cemetery and Modify and stuff. I'm tempted to get, like, Broker Urchin. I just don't think there's enough food for the Mercenary. There's also no draw, which is a pretty big deal. The discard attack will hurt. You kind of just want to get a ton of Wishing Wells and maybe Broker 4 costs and try to get some League of Bankers stuff going. That seems a little slowish. Maybe you could do something with Ritual. But you need 4 favors to get coffers, and it'll probably be forever until you get those. The alternative is just go normal double Urchin or Urchin Scrap to start turning the estates into like coin whatever, and you get a bunch of Wishing Wells. And you want to get a Modify, I guess. Modify is going to be the best way to trash silver. And you can get the Ghost at some point with whatever. So I think I'm going to go... If I take the Broker, I can get like silvers and stuff. I guess I'm going to take the Broker, Broker Urchin. And, if you draw 3 coppers estate Broker, you can hit 5 and get a Modify. Fairly early on, I think you want to get a Charm. Fairly early on, you want to get a Charm. Neither of us said GG, I notice. At this point, it's a bit late right now. So I will not say it until at the end of this game, but GG if you're watching this later, Urchin. Okay, they get a Broker as well. Fair enough. We get the Urchin. So this is 4. Taking coins here. I'm taking coins here, and I could buy a Cemetery. I could just buy a Wishing Well. We're close to like the favors doing something. I could just buy another thing. I think I'm just buying a Mining Village, somewhat sadly. I'm probably going to hit 4 next turn as well. Nothing to be done about that. I don't think the favors are going to be working. You can just buy a Wishing Well, I guess. Wishing Well is going to wish for copper most of the time. And hit most of the time. It's quite painful that they don't hit there, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just taking another Wishing Well here. And if Wishing Wells can hit coppers, then, good stuff can happen. They pick up their Urchin now as well. We'll see if they're taking favors or coins. It's just the favors don't do anything this turn, and then you're not able to buy anything. It seems like a deck that accelerates with trashing for coins and buying pieces could then, start gaining things with Charm. And so on. Alright, Estate Broker, 3 coppers. So 3 coppers down there. So I'm always going to be wishing for copper. And hopefully hit something. Hit copper. Nice. Alright, so bottom 5 cards are coppers, Broker, Wishing Well. I could take the Cemetery now to trash 2 estates, but I think the Broker is going to be working through that. Basilica is if you have 2 or more. It seems unlikely to come into play until like the end game. I think I'm just going to keep clicking on Wishing Wells. So I can take the Ghost here. I think I will. I'm likely to trigger a bad shuffle next turn if I don't. I'm not likely to see an estate. So this seems like a good turn to take off to take a Ghost. Maybe that's crazy. So Urchin is down to 4, Villain is 5 or more, so they don't stack the 2 of them. And there's a world where your Ghost hits your Broker and you're somewhat sad, but you can also always take the first one to trash something for yeah, I mean, if I guess it hits Province, you take it for coins or whatever, and Not like happy, but you're not unhappy. Okay, this is a nice draw. I'm hoping to see a couple of coppers here. Okay. I guess we take the coins here, as we said. I had wanted to get a. I had wanted to get favors and buy another wishing well, but I think the modify is just going to be much stronger. And we do hit a wishing well, which is what we expect. I think I'm discarding copper here. I'm just very likely to find broker. My goal this turn is to buy a wishing well, maybe get 2 wishing wells. Yeah, they hit 5 before me. Yeah, they just drew 5. I've got this ghost, which should be quite nice. They're going to have to take a buy off probably to get a ghost. And probably pick up a charm next turn. We name copper. We name... there's only 1 copper left, and there's a wishing well, a broker, an urchin, and a copper. I guess we name copper because that's the worst thing to find. We name wishing well. This is not obvious to me. I mean, I guess I can go trash the estate for coins. Trash a copper for card action. I guess I just trash an estate for coins. How crazy is to trash it for favors? It just seems... I just think I want coins. Do we gain an estate? That seems too crazy. I didn't really want to draw that, but that's fine. And I'm going to take a charm now, I think. There's a world where they get 2 wishing wells and they win the wishing well split 6-4. I'm a little sad about that, but I think I could have done more on that turn. I think I should have turned the estate into a wishing well and bought a wishing well and not brokered anything. I regret my decision almost immediately. I think I should have thought about that one a little longer. Still, we have this extra wish. We have an extra charm. We both have thinned some coppers. They're getting their ghost now. Yeah, so if I can find a wishing well and like 2 coppers, then I can yeah, I need to like draw a wishing well and then wish for copper, draw a copper, wish for copper, and hit 6 to buy 2 wishing wells, which is possible. I can also draw ghost or copper or modify. I'm not too sad if I draw ghost. Ritual with charm gains. There's no like things named this, like you're only gaining 5s with that. So you're getting like modify charm or something, and then you're ritualing a modify, which seems untenable. Like it doesn't seem like you can have a golden deck doing that. You could just get to 6, buy a gold every turn and ritual it, or buy a province every turn and ritual it. I think the decks can absorb more provinces than that. And yeah, they've thinned better than me here, it looks like. Although they had to discard something, right? So their discards estate. Okay, so we just take coins by here, we get a wishing well, and we ghost. Ghost hits probably a wishing well. Yep. So discards 2 coppers, 2 wishing well, 2 coppers, wishing well, urchin, charm. This turn, I suspect they're going to get their ghost into play. I'm not 100% what the mining village is doing for them right now. Maybe it will come to me later. I cannot imagine me buying a wishing well is causing them to change their discard decision. Grant. I don't know if they modify the state into wishing well here. If they modify a state into wishing well and then buy wishing well, I'm going to be a little annoyed. I'm going to be a little annoyed, I think, because they didn't ask for the undo until after I bought the wishing well, which means they hadn't been considering the wishing well pile until I touched it on my buy. I don't know what's going on over there. It's possible they don't have any of those things in hand. They've got a ghost, a bunch of coppers. Okay, so we always name copper. Nice. I can just keep naming copper. These wishes are great. Wishing is so easy. What are our last 2 cards? Charm. Cool. Wow. That went really quite well. I can kill 2 coppers. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be wishing for wishing well, so I'll kill 2 coppers here. I can actually modify a copper into an estate, which I draw, and then broker that for coins. It seems a little cleaner. And I'm going to get some Basilica points here, I guess. We take the coins. Okay, what do we want to buy? I think we're always buying a wishing well here. There's a thing. So we take coins buy. We're always buying a wishing well, so we have 3. And then we can decide on what we want to do from here. Get another charm. Get another mining village. Get a mining village, cemetery, broker. Villain seems honestly worse than Urchin. Does getting another charm do anything? I wish it was a 6 cost or something, an 8 cost or something. The charm, all you're doing is gaining copies of 5s, which doesn't do that much. I could kind of have to figure out what I'm doing with my deck right now. I could just gain 5s, broker a 5 every turn for favors, and gain a modify, like broker a 5 every turn for favors, and then start provincing. This is quite unlucky of them to see the ghost, the broker. I hadn't noticed that. I should pay more attention to that. You can like trash an Urchin or a mining village or something for cards and guarantee to trash 2 coppers, but it kind of messes with your turn. So in my turn, I can't just broker this modify. Gets me to 6 favors. I'd have 4 money. I can just buy like a mining village or something. I still have the other modify down there along with 5 wishing wells, so next turn's going to be pretty sweet. The counter logic is I have 5 wishing wells down there and an Urchin, so I'm likely to draw one of those 6 cards. Or a modify 7 is also quite nice. I can do the same thing again, broker that modify, and buy another Urchin or a scrap or something. Or I could draw the ghost and then ghost the wishing well and have a really big turn next turn. So those are the things that I'm considering here. If I draw my one last copper, I'm a little sad. If I draw the charm, I think I'm okay with drawing the charm. Just broker a copper and buy like a silver, basically. Or another urchin. Yeah, so charm and copper are the only things that I'm really sad to see. So, and then I'm not even that sad to see charm. I have to wonder if the copper is worth 2 VP. Okay, well this makes this slightly easier, I guess. Since if I broker the modify, I can't actually hit anything. The chances are, if I draw a wishing well, which is basically 5 and 9 to see a wishing well, 5 and 8 because the urchin and the urchin and other modifier are draw neutral. If I draw those, then I have a very good chance of drawing deck this turn. Just waiting for the trash to update. 5 coppers in there. 4 of them are mine. Which means that they have 3. Yeah, they have 3 coppers. They had to trash a wishing well here, which is quite sad. I'm surprised they didn't take plus cards there on the estate draw. They could have drawn a copper, they could trash this urchin. Wishing wells are like the cards you want to be playing with. Key, card action. And we have wishing well is the most likely thing. Wishing well is the most likely thing. Do we thin the copper? How are we getting enough money next turn if we trash a copper? I don't really know. We're brokering the modify for coins, I guess, next turn. That was a really stunning dud in my deck makeup, which is filled with wishing wells, and both the wishes miss. Really a stunning dud. Okay, my bottom 2 cards are charm and modify, so I can get 1 wish out of the way. Yeah, the modify is a lot less useful now. Maybe that modify should have just been a charm. Yeah, the modify is a lot less useful. I'm just going to broker the modify for coins. I still feel okay, but I basically just lost a full... I felt like I was more than a turn ahead, and now I feel like I'm just first player ahead, depending on what they buy here. I still have the second modify, which is, if nothing else, food for the broker. And I probably want to buy... excuse me as I pour from a water pitcher into my glass. And don't bother to edit the video or turn off the volume while I do so. I probably want to... Honestly, I probably want to just broker both modifies. If I have 2 coppers and charm is 2 coins and modify gets me I'm only getting to 5, but yeah, I kind of want to get to a gold. 1 gold in the deck, and then broker the 5s, broker both modifies. There's a world where I get a mining village here. Probably I do buy a mining village here, and there's a world where I buy copper on my second buy for Basilica, a bunch of Basilica points. This game doesn't seem like it's going to last so long that doesn't matter. They've given up on banker dreams. I would not have given up on banker dreams so quickly. Really? So it's a modify. We wish for copper, I guess. We have copper, modify, wishing well, broker. What is the last card? Did I discard something this turn? No. Should just wish for the copper. I really should be playing this Urchin. Huh? To guarantee the wish. Okay. So if I broker the modify for coins, I have 9 coins. Right? Do I need 9 coins? What do I want to buy this turn? Copper, gold. So if I broker the modify for favors, I get to 5. I can go like copper mining village or something. Double the mining village. I could double a villain. That doesn't seem actually crazy in this game state. Just to get a bunch of coffers. Go like copper villain. So broker the modify into, and the ghosting of the villain seems fine. Get a bunch of coffers, and then next turn I'll broker the other modify and like buy a gold. We take favors. The turn is like we take a Urchin, for example. Get the points, draw the Urchin, and then get the Basilica points. We draw the Urchin, and then we'll draw our deck next turn. We'll broker the modify. We can even broker the Urchin for favors and modify a copper. I'm not like worried about what they're doing. They took a gold. No, they took a gold. Did they take a gold 2 turns ago? They're gonna start ritualing golds, I guess. It's like if they modify the broker. Yeah, they're gonna start ritualing golds, I guess. Which is worth 3 points each. And I'm gonna be able to do that too because I'm gonna have all these favors. And I'm gonna have a huge stack of VP. And I'm not taking a mercenary here, weirdly. Yeah, so if I broke with Urchin, I get to 2 money. I can trash a copper, I get to 5 again. I can broker the modify. I still don't get there, so I might as well just broker the Urchin. I might as well broker the modify this turn. Okay, and Wishing Well is going to be my most common card. I have very few other uniques other than the modify. So maybe my goal this turn is to get to gold, which if I broker the Urchin, I get to gold. And then next turn I broker the modify, and that gets me to 14 favors. Yeah, I'm like still a ways away, but I have to remember that this is their ghost turn, so they're going to draw cleaner. Do they take more golds here? They've got another charm. Yeah, just like the turn I had to take off. Feels real bad. Feels like they're back in this game with a variety of things that they can do. Okay, they just took the rest of the Basilica points, which is not unreasonable to do. I believe that's my last Wishing Well. Alright, so let's draw this copper. Alright, so we can modify something into something. We can modify... I think I just want to broker modify for favors. And then we do buy coins. And I think I take like modify and charm. Sorry, undo. I'm going to take gain. We take modify and charm. Gain card. We do modify charm. And then we can thin another copper and broker the other we can modify 1 copper and broker it. Okay, I feel good about that. We're starting to add unique cards to the deck, which makes the wishing a lot dicier. We drew all of our wishing wells, which is nice, but it makes our wishing much more difficult. We have 2 wishing wells, 2 urchins, 2 modifies. Sorry, 1 modify. 2 wishing wells, 2 urchins, and then everything else in there is unique. Is that right? That's 2 ghost, modify, charm. Oh, coppers. We still have 3 coppers, so we can wish for copper every time. This is why we do that exercise of naming everything in the deck. I'm a little frustrated, just that one like complete dud where we top decked all of our stop cards has let them back in this game. They did take a turn off basically to get Basilica points, and they've added brokers back now, mining villages and brokers. I do need to thin some coppers this turn. Yeah, so ideally I modify a copper and then broker a modify and then do the thing again where I gain modify charm, and then I'll get to 16. So my bankers will build up, and then I just start grabbing provinces, and in theory I can mill provinces with modifies and stuff. Okay, they're brokering a broker for cards. Reasonable. I mean, it's kind of reasonable. It's also problematic because you need, if you're going to do the liaison League of Bankers thing, you need food. And I guess charm gains you a ton of food, but... And yeah, I mean, maybe there's an argument that I should take mining villages and brokers myself, but like if they didn't see a broker and they've got a broker on mining village or a modifier or something, it just makes everything much harder. But maybe, and the mining village is a card they don't have to draw the order. Like I think they're pretty lucky to draw their deck this turn. I'm fairly certain that they're lucky to draw their deck this turn. And they're going to ghost a modify, which seems unfortunate. Okay, so now we continue to wish for copper, right? And they took modify and 2 charms. I just don't see how they draw that stuff. They're going to ritual it. They're going to broker it. They don't have enough. They only have 1 broker. So those bottom 3 cards are modify, 2 wishing wells. Gross. Really gross. Really, really gross. Taking favors. I guess we take another charm now. And ghost, and hopefully don't hit the modify. Okay, those 7 cards are copper, copper, charm, charm. Do we only have 1 modify? Copper, copper, charm, charm, wishing well, modify. I believe. I feel like I just have this, only 1 wishing well. They did not think this through. Oh boy. Yes, this could be quite bad if they don't have coppers, and they really don't have many coppers in their deck. This could be quite bad if they have to trash good cards. Yeah, I mean like mining village into modify or charm or something. Maybe I need to get a province here. There's not that many 4 costs, but you can gain like a charm and a bunch of duchies or a charm and a bunch of cemeteries or something. So maybe I do need to just get a province this turn. It's really hard for me with 16 favors now, which means I just have 4 coins starting every turn. It's really hard for me to miss. Oh, they're even having to draw plus card action, which is really quite unfortunate for them. All right, so 2 coppers, wishing well, 2 charms, 2 modifies? No, I think you only have 1 modify. You only have 1 modify? So 2 coppers, 2 charms, 2 coppers, 2 charms. There's a song, keep moving. There's a song I can't quite remember. Yes, they've sort of had to cannibalize a little bit of their payload to get here. I mean, I am too, but I have more of a static. I have a static advantage in these coffers to show for it. The wishing wells aren't hitting, which is kind of what we expect. They can broker a nice card to draw. I mean, when you're gaining 3 5s off of charm, you can broker a charm, I guess. But it looks like this is just a really, really rough turn for them. Copper, rename copper. Oops. Oh, that's right, rename copper. Okay, good. And rename copper. All right, so I can modify this Urchin here into something if I want to. I'll play 1 Urchin for the discard attack. I can modify the Urchin into something. I can like modify copper into a state, broker that for coins. I have 4 coins here already. If I broker the modify, I have 5 coins. If I broker the Urchin, I only have 4 coins, which is probably fine. I'm wondering about taking a bunch of 4s myself. But I think I want to keep the plan. So I broker the Urchin, kill a copper. I have 5. I can gain 3 5s. Which could be like modify charm duchy. Kind of want to kill a copper, I guess, is my thing here. For favors, I don't want to gain anything. Okay, so gain card. So modify charm duchy. Modify charm. We're like starting to get close to the piles running. They've got 3 charms. So they can gain 4 or 5 costs if they want to. So you go charm, modify. Like we're getting very, very close to the end of the game then. And they have golds. So that's a little bit concerning to me. I don't really see how they draw. So next turn I like need to pick up a province, which should be pretty easy with the amount of favors I have. Alternatively, I just get like gold Urchin here. And have the gold as an extra piece. And the Urchin gets me, actually trashing the modify gets me up to 6 for League of Bankers. Alright, I think I'm gonna go gold Urchin. Weirdly. Because the gold gives me just that extra ability to modify into a province if I need to. And the Urchin is just an extra thing I can trash later on. Okay, and we'll discard a charm. We do only have the 1 modify, but I'm not super concerned about that. Okay, they're having to, like, they're getting to draw, but it's requiring brokering a gold. They still have a gold and 3 charms, so like they're gonna draw deck this turn and have a very big turn. So it is slightly concerning. I'm half tilted that I just had that one really awful turn. And it felt like they didn't after the beginning of the game. Maybe they had some awful turns early on, but I feel like I had like a full turn advantage and I just had a completely dead turn on that turn. Yeah, I don't know. I can like very easily double province this turn if I draw well. It's not even. Yeah, I have three Urchins and a Wishing Well down there, so those all draw themselves. So I only need to draw 5 other cards. So I only need to hit on a couple of wishes in order to draw my deck. And I can double province this turn if I need to. Very easily. We'll see what they do here. Gold in the province doesn't seem crazy. Okay, they're just finishing cleaning up. Coins, one imagines? Oh, favors. They're changing gears. Wow. Seems like they want the game to end sooner, given the game state, not later. And taking the favors seems to indicate they're playing for later. And they have to buy something to ghost here. So like something they could take is like 4 mining villages. Or like mining village and broker and 3 mining villages or something. Cemetery and 3 mining villages. And just look to pile out mining villages and some charms next turn with a ton of coins. I don't think they have enough gains for that. They only have 4 gains, right? 5 with modify. Modify turns something into a charm. That seems like enough money to pile out next turn. And I don't think I can beat that without a ghost coming in. But if I double province here, it's hard for them to do what I just said and like gain 8 duchies or a bunch of duchies and charms and stuff. I think I like cemetery and 3 mining villages for them. There's also a world where I take like 4 duchies this turn, but that doesn't seem good. It's just a very frustrating game. Like, if I don't have that complete dud turn, I'm a half turn ahead, and this is very comfortable. My ghost missed that turn as well. So, like, they got their ghost a turn later, but they're ahead of me in the ghost turns because of that one turn. I don't know. Probably they will claim that they were behind because they had worse luck early. I'm not really sure. Yeah, because if the broker hits the mining village, it's slightly more annoying. Okay, they're doing some kind of mixture that I'm not quite understanding, but okay. Wishing well, and we have, okay, we wish for urchins now. Okay, and we wish for, okay, I don't care if it's a wishing well, so we wish for charm, I guess. Nice. I realize we cannot modify the gold and wish for the wishing well in the same turn. That is something I realize. We wish for the charm. Okay, we drew our deck. Great. So we can get a province pretty easily. The question is if we want to do something more. So if we broker the urchin, trash a copper, we have 5 coins, gold, charm. We take like urchin province. We could not modify the copper. We could go mining village province, I guess. Seems just as well. They've got 3 charms, right? They've got 3 charms. They ghosted a mining village. They've got 3 charms. So they've got to modify, so they could gain another charm, which gives them 5 gains beyond that, which is not enough to pile. Interesting. If I broker the modify, I don't want to broker the modify. I want to have modify in hand. So I broker the urchin. It's 4, 9, 15. Yeah, so I can modify a copper, broker an urchin, buy a mining village, and then I'm threatening to like very easily double province next turn. And mill. I could consider gaining another charm. Like I could gain charm and 2 duchies or something, but I think 5 duchies is what they can do, and I don't want to add that many green cards to the deck. So I gain a province and Ghost of Mining Village, which I can trash next turn for coins, and modify a gold into province. I can double province or more next turn, or mill if I need to. Did I miscount wildly? No, this is right. We take favors. By coins, we take a province, and I don't think I'm lowering the piles too much. And hopefully we draw the province out of the way, which we do. Cool. Huh. Very tricky game here. I'm almost certainly going to trash this mining village. I don't see much need for it. There exists a world where like I modify something into a charm, and then I pile out some pile, a 4-cost pile, if they lower a 4-cost pile too much. I'm pretty sure they're capped at 6 gains, 3 charm, but the normal buy, 3 charm buys. Modifying into a charm is a 5th gain, so they always have 5, and if they modify into a charm, they get to 6, which could be like 4 mining villages and 3 charms. I have 22 favors, so I'm getting 5 coins every turn, so it's like extremely difficult to miss province. And I can mill province, or I can start to modify gold into province, then modify province into province to mill. Tough game. Long one, too. It's been going for 40 minutes by my estimation. Okay, they're brokering Cemetery for draw, which makes sense. Again, this is sort of the yeah, with the charm gains, you can get the broker stuff. It just seems like they had spent a lot of time getting brokers and villages and stuff. And I spent that similar time getting favors. But we'll see what they can do on this turn here. They can go ahead and modify this cemetery into something. Problem is if they lower charms, brokers, mining villages, cemeteries too much, I can modify into a charm and then buy charms and a bunch of 4 costs possibly. Because they have to score, and if they score with the cemetery pile, then in theory I can pile out the 4s somehow. I can modify something into a 4, charm gains 3 4s. I can't really gain that many 4s. I can gain 4, I guess, is what I can do. I can gain 4 pretty easily. I can also just gain 2 provinces in my turn, and cemeteries are a pretty inefficient way to score. Yeah, I can modify into a charm. I should have enough money to like buy 2 charms and 2 cemetery. So I would have 3 charms. So I would have to buy, gain, buy, and I could gain buy charm. No, I mean I would have to buy 2 charms and 2 cemeteries. It doesn't really work. So they do have more pile pressure than me with this extra charm. They don't have that much. They still have the gold. So they have a gold. They have another couple of brokers. This is really complicated. Yeah, they've been able to build up. I think they got, I don't know. My read is they got pretty lucky to have the turns as well as they did some of those earlier turns. When I had that big dud, they were drawing. They had 1 mining village and they drew it with the broker, for example, for the draw. I don't know. This turn was done. It's highly questionable. I should have been further ahead. I think the thing I'm doing is too slow. But some of these turns I felt like they drew their deck in the right order. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's what it felt like. Cool spectators. Okay, now they're ramping up favors. Interesting. So they're... Interesting. I'm not... I assume they're going to take green here then. Because if I double this turn, it is tough for them to do much. What am I wishing for? Wishing for urchins, right? Wishing well or urchin. Because I'm modifying gold into province and buying a province this turn. And maybe even something else. We'll see what else that thing is. Okay, they're doing gains. So they're going to gain a bunch of 5s, it looks like. Huh. So can I get to 20 money? No. No. Can they get a billion duchies next turn? Yes. Okay, well, let's wish for wishing wells. Oh, thought that was for sure an urchin. All right, let's do that. Okay, how much money can I get to? If I modify wishing well into charm, I modify wishing well into charm, draw it, modify wishing well into charm and draw it. I would need 16 money. So modify wishing well into charm and draw it. That's 6, 9, 11, 16 money. Right? Am I crazy? Gain card, charm. Draw the charm. We even can trash the gold. We just need 16 money and 4 buys. The coins. Buy coins. Buy coins. Buy coins. Okay. That's a win for us. Good game. Oh, that was a long one. And we move on to game 3.